Hi, it's one of your favorite authors, Michelle. I'm back. I did do a reading of Shelley Goes to School, You Can Too, and I gave background on where that story came from, why I wrote that story. And so Shane Goes to School is that other part of Shelley Goes to School with the same background and backing. Um, I wrote Shelley Goes to School and dedicated it to my grandmother, who sent me to a community Head Start program so that I can get a head start on school before I entered the big school, the elementary school. So I dedicated this one, Shane Goes to School, to my grandfather, my late grandfather. Um, he also was a part of my grandmother sending me to school. He worked all the time, every morning, but there may have been mornings, a morning or so, where he didn't go to work and she would have him to walk me to school. But not only that, he was a special part in my childhood as well, helping my grandmother to raise me. So here is Shane Goes to School, You Can Too. This character is also inspired by my cousin, Alan Linnell, because my grandmother sent us both to school. um, so this is Shane Goes to School, You Can Too. Written by Michelle McConaughey. That's me. My illustrator is Tina Rahim, and she does wonderful illustrations. So shout out to Tina. Thank you. And I would like to read the dedication. I would like to dedicate this book to my late grandfather, Jimmy Harris. Thanks for helping my grandmother, otherwise known as Big Mama, provide for us. I will never forget how you got up every morning to go to work and return home. When you walked in the house, we could hear coins clinging in your pocket. You would reach in and give us each a quarter. We would run to the ice cream truck, and buy an ice cream cone. I would like to say thank you to all the grandparents that are helping to raise their grandchildren. You make a difference, and we love you all. I want every young child to know that school is fun. You can learn, grow up, and become whatever you want to be. So here we go. Grandpa sits Shane on his lap, and Grandpa says to Shane, "It's time for you to go to school." Shane says, "I want to stay with you." Shane gives a pout. Grandpa says, "What's that all about?" Shane looks up at Grandpa. Shane says, "I'm scared." Grandpa says, "Shane, you have to go to school so that you can be smart." So Grandpa sent him to preschool to get a head start. Shane goes to school. You can too. Shane follows the rules. You can too. Be kind, be safe, be your best. Shane writes his name. You can too. Shane plays a game. You can too. Shane plants a seed. So much fun. You can too. Shane learns to read. You can too. Reading is one of my absolute favorites. Shane learns to count. You can too. Shane gives a shout. Yay! You can too. Parachute. So much fun. Shane can sing. You can too. I love to sing. Shane plays on the swing. It's a lot of kids' favorite. You can too. Shane went down the slide. You can too. Shane ran outside. You can too. Shane played in a band. You can too. Shane washes his hands. You can too. That's important. Shane ate his lunch. You can too. His teacher loved him a bunch. Yours will too. Shane took a rest, you know. Resting helps your brain to grow. Shane wakes up and plays dress up. You can too. Shane time at preschool was all done. He went to a bigger school. He learned and he grew. You will too. Shane learned more and he graduated. You can too. So when you grow older, when you're all done with school, there's something that's called graduation. You will do that too. Shane went back to preschool, where he got his head start. He was now a teacher with his own preschool class. Shane teaches his friends so that they can be smart. Shane visits Grandpa and lays his head on Grandpa's lap. Shane says, "Grandpa, you were right. Now I am smart. You sent me to school and I got a head start. I love school." Grandpa says, "Shane, I knew you were always smart." Shane says, "I love you, Grandpa." Grandpa says, "I love you too." How about you? What do you want to do? Because you know, You can too. Can you be a nurse? Or how about a judge? A construction worker? A police officer. You can be a mechanic or a firefighter. Hey, what about a scientist? Or a coach? A musician? A chef? An astronaut? A doctor? How about you? What do you want to do? The end. Nothing like a grandpa's hug. So, I want to encourage you. Know that you can be whatever you want to be. That's what my grandpa and my grandma instilled in me. They always told me there was not anything in the world that I couldn't do. So I believe whatever you feel inside of you, know that you can do whatever you want to do. The end. Go out and be something great in the world. Be smart. You can too. Thanks for listening to Shane Goes to School. You Can Too. Written by author Michelle McConaughey and illustrated by Tina Rahim. If you haven't heard Shelly Goes to School, check out that story as well. I enjoy reading to children. My other two books are Shelly's Dolly and Shane's Train. So check those out too. Thank you so much for joining me. This is author Michelle with I Teach 2 Publishing. Join my email list. My email is down below at iteach2pub@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous day. Go out and do something great in the world. You can too.